Friends, in this episode, I'm going to share with you what the top three red flags are at a USCS marriage interview. Stay all the way to the end so you get all the free tips plus a couple bonuses. Friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. Thanks for joining us here. And if this is your first time on our channel, please go ahead and just hit the subscribe button down below. You will gain a lot of knowledge here on our channel. This is what we're about. We are about sharing knowledge, dropping that knowledge for you because it is very important that you understand what you're getting yourself into. And we're here to just point you in the right direction, friends. Now, my name is John Ting. I represent clients in all 50 states of America and across the world helping solving your immigration problem. And I hope we can do the same for you. Now, number one thing here, and that is when the petitioner does not show up. Most of y'all, if you've gone through this, you likely know if the petitioner is not going to show up before the interview. It's not a surprise, right? I mean, what we do in our checklist and videos to prepare our clients is say, okay, this is teamwork from step number one, even before we file the case. So the expectation is that both people are going to go and attend the interview because you both have to provide answers. Now, this is not really a situation when someone thinks that the petitioner has to go to work or something. This is typically when, and it is not one of those like someone just got in a fight type situation. This is a situation when there's a slight idea that your marriage is not strong to begin with. I hate to say this, but this is very important for teamwork. This is where you need to both get your act together and have a clean face, fresh face to show to USCS that you truly are in a marriage. Now, this is a clear sign to USCS officer that if you as a beneficiary show up to an interview without the petitioner there, then they're going to mark it as denial. I've had a call, I think it was last week or something, and someone thought that they could go to the interview without the petitioner. I don't know why some people think this. I don't know if there's other tips from immigration consultants or notarios or I don't know, YouTube that's saying that you can attend the interview by yourself as a beneficiary. I hope there isn't information like that. This is why we came out with this video this week. And so you need to know that if for some reason the petitioner is not going to show up, this is what you need to do, friends. You need to write a letter, have you both sign it, and the letter will say that you need to request a rescheduling. Now, I don't know, anyone could have a different reason as to why you need to reschedule. Maybe it truly is because of work schedule. But these days with cases taking a long time because of the pandemic, you really need to find a way to get to the interview. There's no reason to delay. Now, another reason you would maybe want to reschedule is to have more time to prepare your documents in advance. But that's what our previous video last week talked about, what the expectations and what you can do to prepare for your interview beforehand. So check that out right up here and you can watch more information about that. One extra tip about that, a sub tip basically is do not call USCS about that. You could try, but if there's no guarantee that they're going to accept your rescheduling of interview that way. So first thing is you need to mail in a request. The next thing you can do is try to call in after. But I've had some cases that have taken over, or unfortunately we did have to file a motion to reconsider, a motion to reopen because they thought that they had done correctly on their own because the USCIS officer, the tier 1 customer service representative, I don't know if it's really called customer service. I know they are friendly, but and they try to help you out, but it's really not the proper way to reschedule by phone at the hotline, okay? Second red flag is if you really only provided photos and, a marriage certificate as part of your bona fide marriage evidence, then that is a significant red flag. Sure, maybe you had a couple other documents, maybe let's say like 2 or 3 letters signed by friends. I mean, they give less weight to letters and they definitely give even less weight to photos, especially when you provide, I would say, more than 20 photos. In fact, for my office, we always try to select on average 10 photos, okay? And it's not in the same event. Like if you went to Disney World or you went to your wedding ceremony and you had only photos from there, yeah, definitely you need to diversify the location and things like that and more events, not just the wedding ceremony or some other location, okay? You really need multiple locations, multiple events. So they know that it's a span of, let's say, a year or the span of your relationship, not a span of one day. And of course, So anyway, that is a red flag, and I've been told that by a USCIS officer. So it's it's very important that you know this. And I get a lot of these cases from certain ethnicities. I'm not going to name it out here on YouTube because I don't want to alarm anyone. But if this is something that you've been advised by immigration consultant or notario, drop it in the comments. More knowledge, the better, because we don't want other people in the future applying for a benefit through bad advice or poor advice. So let us know if you've had a poor experience by one of these non attorneys. Hey, I mean, maybe you had a bad experience with a lawyer. I hope you didn't. But my thing on this YouTube channel is explaining why you should at least hire an immigration attorney in general. Okay. Because there is fraud out there by non attorneys, unfortunately. Number three red flag is that you are living separately. Now, for us, we're able to overcome the difference in addresses, especially pandemic. People have been living separately because of the job location, right? Some people had to lose their job, some companies went bankrupt. So the applicant or petitioner or beneficiary had to find a new job somewhere else. So that's completely understandable. But if you don't have the information ready, then there's going to be a problem when you get to the interview, okay? Or even if it's a 751 remove conditions type of case, you need to be prepared, all right? The next thing you need to know, here's bonus tips, is that there is a red flag when you get separated at the USCIS field office. And you might think, well, why would they separate you? But I've had people come to our or call us, schedule an appointment with us, and say that they've told us this. Or some didn't even tell us that they were separate at the interview, but we had to, fix everything afterwards, right? Hey, that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're the immigration problem solvers. So the thing is that you need to know when you get separated that you need to be on your best performance, okay? Because they're going to ask you both the same questions. You're not going to know what she's going to say, and vice versa. The last bonus tip here is what to do if you've had previous filings, whether it was through a previous spouse or the same spouse. What do you do? Because it is a red flag for USCIS. And so I hope if this is your second or subsequent filing, that you have a lawyer already. And if your lawyer didn't prepare you for this, then I guess that's why you're here on the channel, Green Card Guys TV. So we're happy to help, point you in the right direction. Of course, this video is not legal advice. This is just for information purposes only, but at least this will hopefully point you a little bit in the right direction and guide you a little bit more than you were previously, okay? So this is what you can do. And that is, of course, review the previous denial letter and really to understand what USCIS was even thinking and why they denied it. I know it may sound like a surprise, but a lot of our clients don't really review and read denial letter or any letter by USCIS. So that's why it's okay for us because they pay us, right? We explain everything to them. But I don't know what people do when they don't have a lawyer. So that's why I have to explicitly share this with you. Okay, friends? Now, if you've enjoyed the content so far, please go ahead and smash the like button and press the heart button for us on Instagram. We greatly appreciate your love. Doesn't cost you 1 cent, so we greatly appreciate it. Now, one last thing about this, okay? For any previous filing, you just need to be ready because they will ask you about it. And especially if there's been previous spouses or whatnot, they will ask the other spouse about that, okay? So you need to be ready. If you don't have any idea what type of questions USCIS officer will ask you, please contact our office. You know where our number is located, and we do offer free 15-minute preliminary discussion. Now, please know this free 15-minute preliminary discussion doesn't take the place preparing you for an interview. We do charge money for that. It's separate, okay? But at least the preliminary discussion will see if you even need a lawyer or just point you in the right direction, okay? If you have any questions, you know who to contact and how to contact us. And if you're at work, you can fill out this form down below, greencardguys.com. Or if you're busy in general, you can come back to it and fill that out. And then what you can do is self-schedule appointment. Of course, you'll need the secret code. So we'll offer it to you right here. When you have the secret code, you can access the free 15 minutes. Now, please know if you don't provide the secret code, then you have to pay for a consultation. All right. That's the benefit of those that follow our instructions. And, it's really here to show love for y'all because you have followed us and you have subscribed to our channel and greatly appreciate it. We're here to drop knowledge any way that we can. Okay, friends. Until next time, please continue wearing your mask.